I'm assuming you can see my Business Central environment on your screens. What we are going to do next is take a look at the system in action and see what Patrick actually described in the introduction part. As mentioned, all Xflow products are fully embedded within Business Central. So your users do not need to learn another software solution to handle documents. It all becomes a single source of truth within Business Central for your document management, which allows for easy collaboration, filtering, searching for documents, and better collaboration between users working with that content throughout the system. We can use it on purchasing side, on sales side, on projects in Business Central. And we can see documents uploaded to different master records and documents in Business Central without having to leave the card or document we are currently on, which saves us time and provides, again, single source of information. Let's take a look at it first from purchasing side of things. If we go to vendor card in Business Central and open one of them, directly from the vendor card, we can see Content Gate button available on the action bar. Opening Content Gate, we will see all documents, whether they were uploaded to the vendor card directly for Phenomenal Products vendor, but we can also see documents that are uploaded to related purchase orders for this same vendor. So without having to leave vendor card, find purchase orders, and then look for attachments on those POs, we can see those documents directly from this same single view. We can use this area on the left-hand side to filter on documents that are directly uploaded to the vendor, or we can search for documents on a specific purchase order directly from here. We can even get to the purchase order from Content Gate page if we want to see purchase order and potentially work with it. One other reason I'm opening purchase order card within Business Central is to demonstrate that documents that were loaded to the vendor are also visible from purchase order. So if we go to Content Gate from PO this time, we can see documents loaded to purchase order directly, but we can also see documents that were loaded to the vendor. So if we need some information from these documents, again, we don't have to leave purchase order, open the vendor card, look for attachments to get that information. It's all easily accessible throughout the system if those records and documents are linked as purchase order and vendor are. Okay, let's go back to the vendor card so we can talk about other functional areas of Content Gate. It allows for easy filtering and searching of documents that user might need. Using the left-hand side menu, as we saw earlier, we can filter on document it was loaded to or master record in Business Central. We can also use document categories to search for specific documents. We can also filter based on which user uploaded them to Business Central. Or if we prefer to use it based on the date they were uploaded, we can also do that. We can even use specific dates if we need to. Or we can use file type. So if we know that document is in PDF, we can filter on that and find that document easily, or combine multiple filters together to find what we are looking for. In addition to filtering options, there is also search functionality. So if there is a big number of documents and we want to search for it based on the document name, we can easily do that as well. We can also sort documents based on their category, date they were created or uploaded to Business Central, their size and title, and we can do that in ascending or descending order. All of this is to help us find the document we need and make it efficient for the user. When it comes to adding additional documents to Business Central, it's as easy as just dragging and dropping the document in this Content Gate area, which opens a page where we can give a name to that file, so we can find it in the system. And at the same time, we can give it a category, which, as we could see, helps with filtering later on. So we can provide a title for the document and then select category for it, and then upload it to Business Central. As Patrick mentioned, these documents are visible to users within Business Central, but they are actually stored outside of BC, and they are not consuming allocated BC storage space that comes with your subscription. So you don't have to worry about exceeding it, since documents are residing in Azure Blob Storage or SharePoint, depending on your preference and your configuration. We can also use add button here if we prefer to do it that way instead of dragging and dropping files. So we can select them from our computer. In addition to adding files, we can also add web links. So if we want to specify a web link that is useful to users where they can find information related to this process or record, we can easily add it from here. All with the goal to make it easy for the users to get information that is necessary to perform their duties. If we want to remove a document or a web link from Business Central, it's as easy as selecting the button here. We can also download documents, one or multiple at the same time, by selecting them and downloading them from here. We can easily see all these documents without having to download them first, as it usually happens in Business Central. Content Gate allows the preview of all these documents, where we can see its title in Business Central and category again. If the user has the permission to change the title and category, these can be modified. We can also see information about the file and also the master record or document type it was loaded to in Business Central. As Patrick mentioned, we also support versioning of these documents. So if you need to update a version of this agreement, if versioning is enabled in Azure Blob Storage or SharePoint, users will be able to see multiple versions of the same document and the most recent one. If versioning is not enabled, then a new file will simply replace the old version of it. Okay, let's go back to this page. So that was about different options for users to search for relevant documents, and also how they are related between vendor card that they were loaded and also related purchase order for that vendor. We can also look at this functionality from the sales side of things. So if we go to one of our customers, we will see a similar thing if we go to Content Gate page from the customer card. We will be able to see all documents related to the customer directly, but also documents loaded to a sales order, for example, for this same School of Fine Art customer in Business Central. Content Gate users are added from Azure Active Directory, and then we can manage their access to specific types of documents using our Content Gate admin portal. So Content Gate administrator on the client side would determine what type of documents each user should have access to and can add them to these different user groups. So we have the flexibility of managing those permissions. And if we look at entities within Business Central that we can load documents to using Content Gate and have them visible from related entities or records, we can do it on customers, items, jobs or projects within Business Central, purchase orders and their lines, sales orders and their lines, and vendors, as we could see. And then each of those records have the relations with other records or documents within Business Central. And we also have the flexibility of managing these relations to determine what can be seen from what type of record or document within BC. So that covers our walkthrough through Content Gate today.